can be. قال المؤلف mixed up some papers. قال المؤلف وتنفسخ بتلف العين المعقود عليها أو انقطاع نفعه. Okay, this contract can become null with some things. For example, I rented you a car. Okay, the car went bad. It's not operative anymore. Cannot operate. So once the car cannot operate, that breaks the contract automatically. Then it's not binding to me, because what I rented, what I'm paying for, is the benefit. If the benefit cannot be achieved, okay, then it's not binding anymore. That's why وتنفسخ بتلف العين المعقود عليها أو انقطاع نفعه. Or the whole car got messed up, for example. Okay, the whole car got destroyed, not because of you, it got destroyed. يعني I rented a car for a month. I took it home. A storm hit. The tree next to the house fell on top of the car, destroyed it, totaled. That's it. That breaks the contract. It ends the contract, because first of all, it wasn't my negligence. I parked it the way I'm supposed to. The hurricane or the storm wasn't my fault. I didn't know. So since it's not my fault, and now I cannot benefit and gain what I paid for, then I'm not obligated with this contract anymore. Okay? Stuff like that. So that is the loss of the benefit or the destruction of what you rented itself. That's why they say العين أو النفع. قال المؤلف وللمستأجر فسخها بالعيب. يعني you rented an apartment, you rented a car, and it's supposed to be description 1, 2, 3. Then you found defect, major defect, that you cannot benefit the way you want from it because of this defect. Then you have the right to break the contract. Okay, you rented a house and you need lights in the house. It happens that at night lights go off. You need them at night, but because of the electricity in the area or whatever, the extension, whatever, FPL doesn't service well in that area. But the point, whatever it is, you cannot benefit from this place the way you expect, you anticipate it, the way you were told, the way you were promised. Okay, you rented a machine to make you, let's say you have a restaurant, a machine that's gonna make you ice cream. Supposed to make ice cream all flavors. It only makes ice cream one flavor. Okay, that is a defect. It's supposed to, and it didn't. But you see the difference between the previous point. The previous point, when you got it, was okay, and then it broke. This broken from the beginning. Okay, so you have the right to break that contract. قال المؤلف قديما كان أو حادثة. شو يعني؟ يعني العيب, this defect, whether it was when you rented it or it happened after you rented it. يعني قديم, it was there when you rented it, they didn't tell you about it, or maybe they didn't even know about it. They just, I need to rent a car, here's a car. But there's a big defect in the car, يعني maybe the brakes don't work or something. That's it, you cannot use it. So you have the right to break that contract. Or you took the car and you drove regular, normal, without negligence, and something broke in the car. Now you cannot use it. That is as well, gives you the right to break the contract. هل تنفسخ الإجارة ببيعها؟ That's another issue. If I'm the rentee and I decide to sell that property, okay, again, just to give example, you came, I have an apartment, you came, you want to rent it, I rented you my apartment for a year. 2 months later, I got a good deal to sell it. Huh? Someone approached me, I want to buy your apartment, this is the money I like. Can I, if I sell it to him, can he come and get you out of the apartment? He can. So if the thing that is being rented, okay, gets sold to someone else, he has no right to break that contract. I still have the right for that contract until it's up. Okay, so I rented you that apartment, and for a year, after 2 months, I decided to sell it. Then I cannot get you out, and I have to tell the buyer he has to respect the deal between you and him. And even legally, I think in this country, he doesn't have. He has to respect, right? The new owner has to respect the contract. Yeah. All right. So that is very important point. Now, if the buyer, the new buyer, didn't know about there's someone who's renting, يعني, I sold you a building, business, whatever they call, office building, and I did not tell you that there is one client, his contract ends in 2 years, but you want to buy it to remodel it, and even if there is one person in there, you're not going to. So as a seller, I should tell you out of honesty, but I choose not to. So now after you bought it, you go in there and you realize there is one tenant that still has 2 years to go. If you didn't know as a buyer, you have the right to break the contract, because not informing you is a defect in the contract. Okay? Now someone will ask, what guarantees the right of the person who's renting? He can go after the seller. Okay? But if, for example, I'm buying a place to turn it into specific business, and I need the whole space, but there is one who's renting a corner, okay, of it, that prevents me from establishing this business that I paid for, I have the right as a new owner, since I didn't know, to break this contract, because it's preventing me from benefiting from my property, okay, without my choice. So that is very important. شروط صحة الإجارة. The conditions for any contract of إجارة to be valid. One, على نفع معلوم. The contract has to be agreed on specific described benefit. Okay, the benefit has to be described. يعني we just, okay, I'm gonna rent you an apartment. You cannot do that. Okay, I'm gonna rent you a place. You cannot do that. So this has the benefit itself, especially when we say benefit, especially when you hire someone to do your job. The benefit, what you're hiring him for, has to be specified for the contract to be valid. قال المؤلف رحمه الله ولا تصح إلا على نفع معلوم. That this contract only valid when the benefit is known. The benefit is known to everyone, that I'm paying you for this. You're gonna do this for me. You're gonna build a wall on the east side. You're gonna build an apartment with 2 rooms. I'm gonna rent an apartment from you located in this place with this number of bathroom and this, okay? So it has to be specified. قال وضبط ذلك بصفاتها. That also included in that part and described, has to be described as well. Then he gives you example, Ibn Qudamah, he said كسكن الدار. Okay, يعني the benefit سكن الدار, I'm renting you this place to live in as a house. Okay, so that is يعني